when you're still trying to build your foundation, that is not the time to try and take care of every single person in your family. That is the time to, you know what, focus on building your foundation, focus on building your money, focus on building you. Save money while on low income. Most people keep asking me, hey Ken, you keep talking about investing, saving money and all that. How do you save money while on low income? This is a topic that I have not spoken about for a long time, and low income here is relative. According to you, if you're earning low, you're earning low. It's how you feel, right? Some people would be earning 10,000 and they're fine. Some are earning 20, they're fine. Some are earning 30, they're fine. Low income here will be according to you, you feel that you're earning low. Maybe you earn 100K, but that 100K goes straight into your life expenses. So according to you, that is low, right? Someone could be earning 10K, but they live really well. Funny enough, based on my experience, most people who earn less tend to save more, which is really strange, right? But it's about habits. And most of the time when you go to financial gurus and all these financial people, they tell you, hey, you need to save more, you need to cut your expenses, you need to budget, you need to... All these advices that they do give sometimes don't work. Now, how do you actually save on a low income? My best solution is, number one, save fast. Now, most of the time when you're on a low income, you go into what we call scarcity mindset. Scarcity mindset takes you into what we call tunneling. Tunneling makes you focus so much on the lack of things. It makes you focus on what you're lacking and not what you're supposed to do to get out of that situation. So sometimes opportunities pass you by because you're focused on the lack. Scarcity mindset. So what do you do to get rid of that scarcity mindset is save fast. Once you save fast, that scarcity mindset is attacked already because you know what? I have taken off something for myself already. So I don't worry about anything else. But when I'm looking at all the money I've received in my hands, I'm thinking, ooh, this is not going to be enough. Already you have activated the scarcity mindset and the tunneling. You want to be focused on what you can do, what you can't do, and that's just where your mind is going to be. What you do is save fast. Don't think of bills. Don't think of how much the salary isn't enough. Don't think of anything else. Say, you know what? I want to save this much every month. Take your 5K. If you're earning, let's say 30 or 20K, take, let's say 5K. Save it where you can't access it. That's the best way usually. Then remain with your 15,000 and then you'll decide how you want to go about that one. Now, your mind is now going to kick in when you start thinking, damn, the 15,000 isn't enough. What should I do to change this situation? What should I do to make sure I have food for the whole month? What should I do to make sure that everything is fine for the whole month? That's the first step if you want to save on low income. It's not about looking at the salary you received and trying to spend and pay bills and do everyday things, then see if there's anything left to save. You will never save. And what I'm teaching you is not teaching you to be limited in terms of what you're getting. It's teaching you to expand what you're getting. What I'm teaching you in terms of saving fast means you start thinking of, okay, I have taken 10,000 or 5,000 out of my salary. What is left for me? And out of what is left for me, can I manage? If I can't manage, it means I have to do something. I have to find a way. And that now teaches you not to limit your expenses like people tell you and cut down every single thing within that box. It tells you to expand your thinking and think of how you can make more money. The second thing, if you want to save on low income, is to avoid budgets. Yes, I said it. Avoid budgets. Budgets put you on a defensive mode. Budgets make you too formal. Budgets scare the shit out of most people. So just avoid budgets. These people tell you write down a budget and the list and everywhere. You already know that the money is little. You know that the money isn't enough. You writing down a budget is not going to make things any better. It's actually going to limit you, and you start thinking of that scarcity mindset of like, how do I fix this to be enough? How do I reduce this much? How do I do 1, 2, 3? You will not expand with a budget. A budget limits you. A budget creates a box for you. That's why I was saying you save fast and avoid budgets. You know what you do? Pay your major stuff. Focus on the major things you need to pay that are basic needs. Once they are paid, I said if it's not enough, you have to get out there and find more money for it because remember, you don't have any extra money. Remember, I said if you don't have enough money to meet your needs and you don't have that money that you took away, you're going to focus on making more. A budget, if you write it down, you're going to make sure that things fit within that budget. It also makes you defensive. The moment you sit down to write a budget, you're already in that defensive mode. Your body is already trying to explain why you are not in a position to take care of yourself, and you won't be thinking of how to make it better. Just avoid budgets. They don't work. They are unsustainable. They make you panic. They make you look at your problems in a piece of paper. It's like writing down your problems and you keep reading your problems. I would rather write down positive stuff and keep reading positive stuff instead of looking at a list instead of looking at a list that has like things that I need to do that I haven't done, or the way I can't manage my life, it puts you on a negative vibration. So stop budget. The third is find a simple, cheap side hustle. If you can be able to even just be earning, let's say 20K, and you take 5K away, if you get to 10K or 15K, you can start a very cheap side hustle. I was talking about side hustles that you can even start with 10K, 15K, 20K on this channel. Find a cheap side hustle that can make you an extra 500 Kenya shillings only. Have a figure that you want to use as your standard. So you say, okay, I'm just going to try and make an extra 500 only every single month from this side hustle. Don't have a big target. That makes you start thinking all the obstacles of I don't have enough money, I don't have enough capital, oh, I'm still poor. Forget about all that. Start a very small, cheap, easy side hustle. And your focus should not be making 1,000, 10,000. Your focus should be just making 500. If you make that first 500, I tell you, that's the beginning of you getting extra money, and it puts you on that track, puts your mind on that path of, you know what, I can actually make extra money from somewhere else. I don't have to depend on my salary. At the end of the day, when you're on low income, I believe your sole intention and goal is to get to the next level income, right? So try to get to that next level by saving that money that you are saving, and not just letting it sit there and you're saving. No, you take that money that you're saving and push it to the next level. Use it for another side hustle that can give you more money. I would not want to be advising someone to save on low income to make them remain in that low income bracket. The traditional or conservative advice makes you remain in that. It's telling you that's where you are, that's where you're going to stay, so manage that position. I'm telling you, no. You're managing that position for a very specific amount of time. After that, you move to a different bracket and you start thinking, how do you increase that income? And all the ideas I'm giving you, making you think outside the box. How do you increase the income? Not how do you survive within that box. Then the next thing is you need to focus on your habits more than the money itself. What we are doing in this particular process is trying to work with your habits. Habits are the most detrimental things to our financial management. Most people earn millions of money every single month, cannot even manage that money. Why? Because they did not manage their habits when they were still earning low income. Increasing your income will not change your habits. Changing your habits is a completely different process, and that's why most people go to financial advisors, they go to financial coaches, and they never get any results. Why? Because they do not change their habits. Because when they were earning less money, they did not nurture good habits around money. It becomes very difficult to nurture it later. It's like you are a bad person in relationships and you don't really respect the values of a relationship. For example, in this case, the values are, according to what you believe is right. And then when you get into marriage, you want to just change because now I'm married now. I need to change everything and become that good person in marriage. You want to be. You need to practice early enough. When you get into marriage, you know exactly what it entails. Same with earnings, right? You earn money, you get to a position whereby you are earning more money, right? And now you're thinking, you know what? It's time for me now to use the same habits that I nurtured when I was earning less money to manage a lot of money. But if you had like really bad habits around the 10,000 per month, you're going to have terrible habits around 100,000 a month. You're going to have terrible habits around 1 million a month. So your habits will be the determinant of how good you manage your finances. To focus on your habits, when you're investing, when you're saving that 5K out of your very little 20K, you are basically nurturing a habit that will focus and grow you when it comes to money management. So we focus on habits here. What are the habits you have that you think could be detrimental? Am I impulse buying? Am I getting into too much debt? Am I living beyond my means? This is where you nurture those habits, Am I doing some things that I could actually avoid or postpone? Look at your habits around money now. How do you make your decisions? How do you make your decision on what to save? How do you make decisions on what to buy? What are your focus? What are your priorities every month? That will inform your habit. Habit is very, very varied. I can't give a specific here, but your habit, you will know it. When you come to my sessions, we go through this and you get to know your habits, and that is where people fail. If you master your habits, you will master your money easily. People try to master their money without mastering their habits. It does not work. It won't work. Then last one, avoid responsibilities that are not for you at that particular time. We take too many responsibilities, family, siblings, whatever, parents, whatever. You want to do everything. You want to prove to everyone that you're in a position to take care of them. You want to prove yourself. I know the feeling. I know the feeling of security, of knowing that I can take care of 1, 2, 3, my mom or whatever. But at the time when you're still trying to focus on building yourself, when you're still trying to build your foundation, that is not the time to try and take care of every single person in your family. That is the time to, you know what, focus on building your foundation, focus on building your money, focus on building you. Avoid any responsibilities that could be falling outside what is building you at that time. I know some you can't avoid completely, but make sure you limit it to the bare minimum, because those people around you need to understand that if you don't make a step in life, if you don't get that financial goal, they won't get there as well. And they won't get any more as well. So if they're not in a position to understand that and sacrifice themselves while you're also sacrificing, those are not the people for you. They should take care of themselves. Everyone is in a position to take care of themselves. Unless they're your children, you give birth to them, that's different. Everyone is in a position to survive and take care of themselves. If you die today, no one will follow you into the grave just because you've fallen, dead. God forbid. So make sure that when you're starting to build and things are looking a bit tight, focus on you and put your resources on you. It's like having little water and you're the plant. You either water yourself or you go use your little water to go water somewhere else and you will die. It's as simple as that. If you don't water yourself, you will die. So use as much water and reserve as much as possible to water yourself so that you can grow and produce, and then you can now serve other people. You can't serve other people with an empty hand, okay? So sometimes people have to sacrifice for you as well. I hope this is helpful, guys. This is all more focused on habits, expansion, and earning more rather than fitting within the box. Until next time, I'm out.